Ready to watch TV? Of course you are. You're ready for anything we do together.
Now to Washington and new questions about whether the government is covering up evidence of UFOs.
We're not alone in the cosmos.
We've got breaking news from New York. A lawsuit has accused rapper Jay-Z of rape, allegedly alongside Sean Diddy Combs.
Well, if there's one thing that celebrities have in common when it comes to me, is that I don't trust any of them, and I usually just do this.
Okay.
Because I have been in situations where I meet the rich people who actually walk among us commoners, and every single one so far has been very weird, freaky, and usually entitled. Now imagine the people above these people, the elites. You could tell me pretty much anything about a celebrity that's on an A-list, a government official, a political individual who is in power, and I would just say, sounds about right. And when I heard about the P. Diddy and now the Jay-Z situation, I was so unstunned. My jaw did not drop. I was not shaken to my core. I have been staying away from the whole P. Diddy case along with the whole Jay-Z topic because it's been a topic for a while now. Because, and take this the most rude way possible, please do. They both freak me out. P. Diddy obviously, but something about Jay-Z since I was little, something just about him creeps me the out. And I just don't like looking at Diddy's or Jay-Z's face. I never understood Beyonce and Jay-Z's relationships, but I also never cared because why would I? I don't know these people. But recently, damn, I cannot get on the internet without getting beaten in the face, pun completely intended, by so much Jay-Z and P. Diddy news. The R-word allegations, him and Diddy together, a secret son.
The first time I heard that Jay-Z probably was my father when I was 8 years old.
And his creepy response to it all. So let's just fit this all into one video and get it over with, okay?
And pink goes with everything.
One of the women who has sued Mr. Diddy, where she said that she was R-worded by the creepy rapper at an award show after party, an MTV award show after party. In the 2000s when she was 13. What's a 13-year-old doing at an after party for MTV? No idea, but P. Diddy probably knows. Well, a new allegation came out that Mr. Jay-Z was also at this party, and they both, P. Diddy and him, took turns, you know, a little sharing of the 13-year-old's body.
Put that thing on the wall.
Allegedly, of course. Once again, if this is true, I feel I'm not, it just does not surprise me at all. My mom was extremely strict when I was younger, probably too strict in my opinion, but then I had my friends, other moms, who were not strict at all, like too not strict. Like
there are no rules in this house.
Both were so extreme that I think there's a happy medium. But anyway, the amount of men, grown men, who would invite 13-year-old girls to party it up is disgusting. And they knew that those girls were 13. So I only can imagine what happened in Hollywood when there's money involved and people like to get paid to shh, 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 and be quiet. Young ladies who are listening right now, I know I have a small percentage of super young ladies that watch me, but please get loud. Get very loud. Tell on them.
I'm telling on you.
Some man is hitting on you, scream it out. This man's hitting on me, I'm 13 or 12, because that's when it started for me. 11 or 12 years old. Grown men. Because many men, and let's be real, some women too, try to take advantage of 13-year-olds, and they think 13-year-old is a perfect age to invite to a party where there's a lot of SCX at. And don't let me tell you, Puff Daddy thinks so. He even did it openly, on camera. Oh look, there's Ashton Kutcher.
So I guess I never realized how close Ashton Kutcher is with P. Diddy. I had no idea that they had been friends for years and Ashton Kutcher used to attend Diddy's white parties. Like Diddy and Ashton have been close even back when he was married to Demi Moore. And I know that I've talked about why I don't like Demi Moore, the main reason being because of this clip from when Demi was, I think she was 19 or 20, and she like made out with a teenage boy. I think he was 15 years old. And I find it very interesting because Ashton Kutcher was recently exposed for writing a letter to the judge asking for leniency in Danny Masterson's R-word sentencing while simultaneously being a founder and running a organization to protect people, especially children, from becoming victims.
I've met victims that have been trafficked from Mexico, victims in New York and New Jersey and all across our country. I've been on FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see. I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man.
For someone who claims to care so much about victims, this guy really seems to have a lot of friends who are horrible, horrible people.
You know, I will absolutely never forget, ever, how when I was new on this platform and I said something along the lines as, I like watching Ashton Kutcher in movies, but I don't trust him because Hollywood is weird. And many people wrote me a new asshole and said I should watch how I talk about the Ashton Kutcher who would never do such things that I'm implying. Anyway, my opinions still stand on every single person in Hollywood. I don't know these people, I don't trust these people freak me out. Don't kiss her. That's actually inappropriate. She's 13. She sounds 12 to me, honestly.
Hey! Oh my gosh, this is so wrong!
And looks 9. And laughs like a little girl. And yeah, P. Diddy thought that it would be a grand idea and an appropriate gesture to roll up to this girl and ask,
It's an after party tonight.
That's what men do when they approach a woman at a club. And that man is usually creepy, socially awkward, and get their Riz help from Johnny Bravo.
You smell kind of pretty. Wanna smell me?
And of course, only wanna f you. Except in this situation, he's talking to a 13-year-old girl. And you guys, listen to this horrific cackle that he did right after he asked her to come to one of his freakum parties. Yeah! The stories that I hear from adult women who go to these parties. If you're new here, when I worked for a gym, we got an influx. I worked in a very rich area where there would be a lot of athletes, a lot of people that are in the 3% of America. Or maybe it was the people that worked with the 3% of, I don't know. They were very rich people. And so I would get a lot of those. I would get a lot of the husbands, the man who had a wife, but he'd also had a girlfriend. They would send them in to get trained. I would work with a lot of these people who would go mingle with celebrities. When I say mingle, they would have sex with them.
Make sure your breath is fresh. And drunk up, make sure you lotioned up.
6,000 bottles of baby oil found at P. Diddy's mansion.
But these people, no, they go to these parties. They see the young girls. They either just look the other way because they really want money or they really want acceptance. I don't know. I'm sure money's the biggest part of this. It's really sick.
And that's when stuff got weird. Security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. He has a Team Love photo booth or whatever. One of his sons, I'm not gonna tell you which one, but it was recruiting whoever they wanted to go inside the house. The freak off is inside the house and in the backyard.
You know, I couldn't run from that gym fast enough. I'm not sure if this 13-year-old girl that's in the video is the one that is now accusing Jay-Z and P. Diddy of, having a nice scare fest, but the clip definitely does not make him look good, especially that laugh.
The lawsuit also claims others were present at the house party but did not stop the alleged assault. Both Carter and Combs have denied the accusations.
This is incredibly significant because it's the first time that a celebrity besides Combs has been accused of any sort of wrongdoing.
So Jay-Z responded to the allegations in a way that won't surprise anyone, and he pretty much said that this person just wants money.
Jay-Z's attorney filed a motion Monday asking a judge to deny the accuser from remaining anonymous. They also accused Jane Doe and her attorney Busby of extortion and blackmail.
So in his really, really long statement letter, he's pretty much said that he received a demand letter trying to force him to settle in court, which he said absolutely not, and pretty much said he will expose the individual in court for fraud in a very public fashion and will not give one red penny. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? That was weird to me. Of course people agree with that. He agrees with it. Anyway, he went on to talk about the lawyer, Mr. Busby, for covering these types of cases. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity.
Anyone that suggests that a demand letter, especially the one that I sent, is extortion or blackmail is foolish. These kinds of demand letters are sent on a daily basis across the United States. And attempting to attack me to take the focus off of the alleged perpetrator won't work and it won't intimidate us.
And then he follows up with what this is doing to his family. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press, and ask questions about the nature of these claims, and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Whatever he's talking about, these things I think of all of his lyrics when it comes to a lot of his songs, and the fact that he was at a party that had 13-year-old children. That's the biggest one. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand implicit inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. Now, what many PR people are saying, though, as they analyze his response is that in the whole, 4 paragraphs I think I read, was that he didn't straight up deny the action. He just said, it was heinous. It's crazy. No one should do this.
Molly McPherson, who's a journalist and crisis communication expert, reacted to Jay-Z's statement in a piece for Forbes.com saying, quote, instead of sticking to a careful, polished narrative, he's rolling out a hodgepodge of tough talk, personal history, and brand clout, all smashed together to force a shift in the conversation.
So then he ended with, I look forward to showing you just how different I am. You know, that was a little frightening, but also, you know, I'm curious to know, did he do it? Did he not? How are they gonna prove it? Maybe he didn't do anything wrong. Maybe he's just a good guy with a lot of money and a lot of power. He was just at these parties that had 13-year-old girls. He didn't know what was going on. He was just friends with P. Diddy. Maybe they hooked up together, but never with a 13-year-old girl. Let me tell your butt cheeks something. Yeah, you, right there, I see you. If I went to a party and there was a lot of SCX, drugs, and alcohol, and there were 13-year-old girls, I'm leaving and I am calling the police because you already know what's going to happen. Anyway, Beyonce didn't make any statements, but they all went to the Lion King premiere as a happy family to support Blue Ivy. And I have to say though, Beyonce she's really good at putting on this I'm happy and everything's great smile. But when I was watching this whole video of their guest appearance, they surprised everybody being there, and the way they slowly zoomed into Blue Ivy, she looks uncomfortable. She does not look happy. She looks like she can't hide her expression. Even when she would smile, it looked like it hurt her. It all just looked super fake to me as I watched. Jay-Z's face doesn't look much better. Even his hands look kind of demented and tight. Probably because he's ready to beat someone until they're quiet. You know, like when Beyonce's sister Solange beat his ass. Anyway, while we're on the topic of Solange, I looked up what her response was when the news broke about Jay-Z. Even though Solange and Tina, I didn't know the mom didn't like Jay-Z either, aren't the biggest fans of Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship, they don't believe he was involved with this allegation of someone underage. They do not believe that is something he would ever do. Everyone says that about their family members who gets outed or alleged about something. Someone from my school ended up getting murdered, and the mom, before everything came out, the mom of the murderer was saying, my son is a kind person. He would never do such a thing. And then we found out that he did do it. I don't know how many cases when I was in true crime where the family said he would never do something like that. I would be the worst person to interview because I've heard so much about certain people in my family, like the elders. And if I saw something like this on the news, honey, it would not play out in their favor. So the NFL's response was really interesting because if I remember correctly, Jay-Z is like a minority owner of the Brooklyn Nets. He was the founder of Rock Nation Sports, which represents several NFL athletes, and he's signed deals with other sports leagues. So I mean, he's a huge name in the sports industry. And I hope, you know, these allegations don't hurt the Super Bowl coming up where Beyonce is supposed to perform. We are aware of the civil allegations and Jay-Z's really strong response to that. We know the litigation is happening now. From our standpoint, our relationship is not changing with them, including our preparations for the next Super Bowl. Oh, thank God. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to watch a football game. Woo! If you're new here, I came from an NFL family, and just the minimum things that I knew as a child, I could only imagine what really goes on behind closed doors, because it's gross. Anyway, apparently there is a secret son. Embattled rappers Jay-Z's illegitimate son breaks silence on a scathing response to RAPE allegation. I don't know. The nose. All of his kids have that nose.
Once upon a time, when Jay-Z was 22, he decided to hook up with a 16-year-old, which is so gross. She ended up getting pregnant and had his son. Well, now his son Ramir is 30 years old and wants the world to know.
If you're not the father, why you ain't just get this done and over with? You know, my mom was a dancer. She used to go to a couple concerts with our friends, and basically they went to an apartment building, you know, they relaxed and chilled and, you know, had sex.
He has been trying to get Jay-Z to take a DNA test for over a decade.
Z or any of his people tried to reach out to you to maybe like squash you from doing these?
I mean, I wouldn't say they trying to stop it, but they definitely don't want it out there. I would say that. It's crazy to me. You know, I'm not asking for no money or nothing. I'm not asking for no handouts or nothing like that.
All in all, this does not surprise me. Secret sons, scandals, Solange beating him up. What does surprise me is when the newscaster brought up him or Jay-Z and Beyonce's relationship and said that many people are probably hurt by this because Jay-Z and Beyonce has been relationship goals for so long. They've been an inspiration for everyone.
The struggles that they've overcome as a couple have been profound and have inspired many other couples. all around the world. And so this is a moment, it's a test.
Who the F? You guys have been looking at Jay-Z and Beyonce as a couple that you guys want to be? Even when I was like 12 years old, I was like, what is this? How the hell did they even meet? Because from a young age, I have always known Beyonce with Jay-Z. And I was just super confused as to why are you guys together? Your relationship seems odd. Beyonce met Jay-Z in 2000s when she was 18 years old and he was 30. Coughing because it's gross. I don't think that she was 18. Just so many red flags went up for me.
You know, we were friends first for a year and a half before we went on any date.
I think they're lying. But even, let's just say they aren't. They met at 18, okay? A 30-year-old with a lot of money approaching an 18-year-old.
She's of legal age, Michelle. She's of legal age. She was 18. You older women are always so jealous of 18-year-olds because those 30-plus-year-old men only want beautiful 18-year-old girls.
I'm gonna remember all of that when your daughter turns 18 and some odd 30-year-old man slinks up to her like P. Diddy did to that 13-year-old girl and invited her to a freakum party. But it's fine because your daughter's 18 and it's all legal. It's not weird at all, right? For anyone, was Beyonce and Jay-Z couple goals for you guys? I was always just dancing to that Crazy in Love song, but also I was like, why him? What makes him so special? I am out of the loop. I only listen to these people's music, watch their movies. I was never invested in their life, so please amuse me. But yeah, F these guys, even if it's not true, I still don't like him. But other than that, at least I got my feelings of certain people in Hollywood once again validated completely. Whenever I do these videos on Hollywood, it just keeps reinforcing my thoughts that I don't like Hollywood. So on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you found this video interesting and you want more of me, I am on TikTok. Well, for now, unless they're getting rid of that, I'm not too sure. I post mostly on Instagram though, and you can see my dogs. One's in my shower for some reason. Why you on my clothes? That's not sanitary. I post about them all the time because they're my pride and joy instead of watching stuff in Hollywood. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Come here. I gotta give you right on that perfect size forehead. You can check out more videos linked below or linked up here, and I will see all of you guys next time. That punch was for Jay-Z. This punch is for P. Diddy. This is for many of those extremely older men saying she's 18 and barely legal. Bye.
I'm trying to spend this time with you. Know we overdue what you're doing right now. Baby, won't you swing my way? It's been a day and I've been thinking out loud. I know I want you. Long time since the last time. Got a tab, we could run up. Knew you from the way, now